What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back here with another Metallica reaction. This time we're looking at their song "Suicide and Redemption" from their Death and Magnetic album. That's right. It's been a much requested Death Magnetic, yeah. So much requested song, almost nearly a 10-minute song. So we're probably about to get something epic. I couldn't find a lyrics version only because I like to get as much as I can. So I'm gonna try to turn on my metal ears. Although the music right here is probably going to move me. So let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Sorry. That bass is moving. Oh, that's why I couldn't find the lyrics. This is a purely auditory experience. Are we ready, baby? That little lick right there. Oh, it's so nasty. Okay, hold on. Y'all didn't think I was gonna get through this whole 9 minutes without saying something. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is a reaction channel, baby. This is what we do here, okay? You know I gotta talk about some things. Come on, bro. All right, so sorry, got a whole lot of mucus. Suicide Redemption, right? This is very interesting that it's just 9 minutes of just purely playing, right? So that means all types of concepts, like musical concepts, just come into play. And of course, when something's just purely musical without any lyrics or anything to go on outside of just the title, then it's going to be open, like open suggestive, however it makes you feel. Okay, that beginning, right, kind of that combination of like the guitar and then the freaking the bass just kind of going in, just kind of rumbling down there, right? So it's like Suicide and Redemption, right? Reading left from right. So I'm thinking maybe the first half of this is going to be about, the type of things associated with suicide, such as like depression, right? Despair and everything, which would kind of give way to kind of like that rumbling of the bass, right? And then that nasty kind of sounds like the head of the song, that that's very interesting, right? Because when I hear that, because of the way that it's strung out, that sounds like despair, like the type, or maybe even like like the anxious anxiety, right? racing thoughts, right? Because if somebody's about to commit suicide, their head is like already in kind of turmoil, right? You got all these thoughts racing through your head, and right before you're about to end it all, you know. So you got all these chaotic thoughts and stuff like that, and the head of that, the deal could be somewhat of like maybe like the core thought of of whatever's going on. Like I say, commit suicide because you lost a loved one. Well, okay, well that down could be like the core, right? That's what everything leads to. And everything else is kind of like the details surrounding this kind of core kind of problem. You know what I mean? So with that being said, if we're reading left from right, first half being about suicide, second half being about redemption, then the suicide part or the redemption part, I'm probably expecting a little bit more action oriented, journey kind of oriented, right? Redemption. That's a journey. It ain't something that happened over time. Or, and here's the second thing, we probably can get elements of both, right, throughout the entire song, where it's just kind of like a call and response, where we have lighter notes on a lighter side, right, suicide, and then redemption on a higher side, where I'm expecting notes probably in a higher element, right? Maybe even some other effects, like some ethereal effects or something like that. Those are my initial thoughts right now. Let's keep it going. It's so good. Minute mark. Redemption part right here. Lighter notes. Hey, I ain't gonna say I called it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say I called it, okay? And we ain't done with the entire song, but that's what I kind of expected. Now, it's interesting that it happened at around a 3-minute mark. I was kind of expecting to happen like maybe around a 5 or 4-minute, it's 4-minute mark, 8-minute song. So yeah, almost about halfway. I'm liking this. I'm imagining that towards the end, it's going to kind of combine into each other, where you're kind of getting definitely what I was saying earlier, kind of like the call and response, right? Suicide, no, redemption, suicide, like that kind of back and forth, like you're hearing like sometimes when you're hearing like jazz solos. So now we're entering the lighter notes, right? I thought we was going to get like more of a sense of adventure, but here's kind of like that airiness I was talking about. Or maybe like sorrow right here. The thoughts are coming back. Starting to enter your head again. Or like you're slipping from like relapse or something. I imagine it's about to get heavy. Somewhat of an adventure vibes right here too. That bass. I gotta pause it right there. Bro, just so much information that we just got right there. That's crazy. So just a couple of points. Right before that epic monster of a solo, right? That guitar song right before that whatever that sound was, right? With the guitar, obviously. But that's that sound. When I heard that, I could hear like like agony, right? Agony. And then the guitar kind of picked up and we got a lot of fast action, right? So I'm thinking this is where that middle part in between suicide and redemption hits, like right here. Here's the slipping point right here. Which way you gonna go? We don't know. Suicide, you can try to redeem yourself. Whatever you got to decide, it's a thin line, right? It's a thin line, and you teetering on it. You got which way you gonna go? You just a needle, right? Which way you gonna go? And you don't know. Your mind is racing. Something's going on. We got some epic stuff in there, and the beauty about the wah pedal or the wah wah pedal. I don't know if there's one wahs or two wahs, is the fact that the fact that it does sound like that wah, and I love that because it gives pretty much kind of like that wailing sound, like you're in pain, like you're in agony. But at the same time, it could, depending on how it's played, it can also kind of give you like positive. I mean, positive elements, positive and negative elements is what I'm hearing from that. But man, that guitar, man, and I tell you, I wanted to pause a long time ago. But my music senses were tingling and I felt like an epic solo was coming up. And I do know that it's a sin in metal to pause during a solo. So I wanted to give it the respect it deserved. Now, getting back into it. Let's go back 10 seconds. Double drum time. Modulation. Oh, it went right back to it. It went right back to it. Okay. The drummer going off. Oh, I love that break. The rhythm change. Keep repeating, baby. Yeah. Oh. Okay. All kinds of epicness. Oh my goodness. That was like an auditory masterpiece, man. Emotions kind of flying everywhere. Okay. Very interesting the way that they ended that, right? Kind of a little bit of rhythm changes, but the here's what I like to think as far as like the concept in between them repeating that ending, right? So I'm gonna call upon my jazz experience. Sometimes when I'm improvising, right? and you get in the sauce, right? You just start really feeling it and everything, right? You in your groove, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, in order to repeat an emotion or to get people to kind of latch on to that emotion, I would play either the same melody or I will play like the same note like a bunch of times. You know what I mean? Just bum, 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 bum. And the longer it goes, the more it starts intensifying. And then the listeners are just like, okay, okay. You know, that's when people start getting up clapping because they feeling it too, right? So that's the same thing that happened here with Metallica, right? They played that dun, 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 over and over and over again. This is almost kind of conceptual because anybody that's depressed and dealing with that and dealing with suicidal tendencies or something like that, I like to imagine it's a constant battle. Like, you know, like addiction is a constant battle. And here's another awesome part. If you didn't like you listening to this on cassette, I don't know when it's released. I'm pretty sure it's a quick Google search. But if you're listening to this on a cassette, you don't have a timer, right? That we've been blessed with. We know when the song's going to start. We know when it's going to end, right? So I knew it was coming to an end, but I wasn't looking at the timer. So again, playing the same thing over and over and over again, you don't know when it's going to end. Just intensifies the feeling. It just makes you feel like, okay, hold on, they still going, let's go. Like, and that's how I kind of felt and everything. Cause every time I thought it was gonna be the last one, they kept playing it again and then playing it again and then playing it again. And I was like, okay, let's go. You see the same thing in blues music as well. They do it in blues music. I know they do it in jazz, and of course they do it in Metallica, but I love the way that they ended that, right? Because it is a constant battle. So absolutely amazing. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I want you to tell me what your favorite type of cookie is. Okay. If I don't see an answer, I know you didn't watch the whole thing. Sag. Anyways, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.